Welcome to IB Chemistry HL11. My name is Mr. Bailey, and this is my 23rd year teaching chemistry for Lee Summit. I taught 5 years at Lee Summit High School, and then I helped open Lee Summit West and have been here ever since. Many of your children I've seen before in Advanced Studies Chemistry. Some of them had Mr. Gray last year or came from a different building, and I look forward to meeting everybody. Virtually, I guess, at first, hopefully eventually in person as we get back into school. Besides being a teacher, I'm also a father. I've got a daughter in the 10th grade and a son in the 8th grade, so I'm seeing this whole process from both the parent side and the teacher side. And while it does seem very daunting and challenging at times, I've got no doubt that we're well prepared. We're going to be okay in this process. I love to bring real chemical phenomenon into the class whenever I get the chance. And so when kids see things like a test tube with a clear, colorless liquid in it, and then they mix it with another clear, colorless liquid, and the result is not clear and colorless, it starts to bring that sense of wonder that, how is the universe working here? What's going on? I love that sense of excitement, and I'm really excited about all the deeper concepts I get to get into in the IB chemistry course. This is some college-level material that the kids are experiencing, but in the past we've seen such great success with it. I have no doubt that we'll find that great success together here as well. Most of our interactions are going to happen together through Schoology. On the front page of our Schoology section, and this is going to work for both online Academy students as well as in-person students because we've combined you into the same course. If we have upcoming due dates, those should show up here on the right. We don't have any listed at the moment. We're still kind of putting the course together. There's a digital copy of the textbook for you to work with. And the real cool thing is the digital copy has an answer key for all the homework problems. That means you can try the homework, you can check to see if you're right before you turn it in, and you can correct your mistakes. Hopefully you get 100% on the homework, but also hopefully you figured out how to do all of the things in the homework. Once we finish with the homework, you'll be taking quizzes, and the quizzes require you to get 80% or better before you're eligible for the next quiz. You have 3 attempts in every quiz. If you take it 3 times and can't manage the 80%, we ask you to reach out to me, and we will help you figure out the things that you're not figuring out the first time through, and then give you an extra attempt on that quiz as needed. In the organization here, you'll see that each day has its own folder, or if it's a block class, there might be 2 folders for that day, a part 1 and a part 2, breaking down what we would have done each day in class. Sometimes we're taking some notes. Sometimes we have a quiz scheduled for it. Other days we'll have a lab set up. It's going to be pretty easy to track through the different days and do what's expected of you at each time. We've mentioned homework, we've mentioned quizzes. We're also going to have tests. The tests are going to have questions at the same caliber as the AP exam or the IB exam. So these are going to be high-level, deep-thinking questions about this material, but it's going to prepare you very well for college, for IB exams, for AP exams, whatever way you hope to get college credit from this course. It's going to prepare you for those. If you do miss some test questions, you're still going to have the chance to correct any question for half credit. That's going to require you to explain things in a short answer format, perhaps present some references or resources that you can verify your logic through. All of those are excellent ways for you to demonstrate that you have figured things out that initially didn't work out for you. As far as lab goes, we will not be sending chemicals home with you to experiment at home. Instead, we're going to be taking pictures of the lab stuff here. You can see color changes right from the photos. You can record data from the instruments like this thermometer here from those photos. Then you can process and analyze all that data. It's not quite the same as manipulating the equipment firsthand, but you'll be in the same boat as many schools around the country who don't even have lab facilities and still run the IB program. And then we look forward to you coming back to lab, back to school, where we get the advantage of working with the equipment, hopefully someday soon. If your students need to get a hold of me, I'm going to be available during any time they are scheduled to be in class. I have both a 3rd hour and a 5th hour IB chemistry course. I'll probably have my Google Meet or Google Hangout open for them to communicate with me. Email also works. As far as the Google Meet works, if they type in chemistry with Mr. Bailey, that should open whatever room I am in at the time so that we can communicate back and forth. Of course, if it's not an hour they're scheduled to be with me in, I'm probably talking to students in a different class about their subject, but we can find a time to get together. I try to be as accessible as possible, especially while we don't have those little moments in the building to get together. It's going to be a great year. We can do this. You're going to be fine. See you in class.